Welcome back to my M1 Finance account. I believe this is episode 9, and today the portfolio is still sitting on $48.61. I'm almost up 10% on the market, and like I said in my Robinhood portfolio videos, I like to consider if you're up 10% on the market that you are, I wouldn't say phenomenally beating the market, but that is a good return nonetheless. But I do think that 10% or more, you are beating the market, and you should continue to do what you're doing because it's really hard to even get 10% in this market, even though it is the longest bull run ever. So with that being said, this is going to be a quick video. It's going to be a short video. We're just going to talk about what stocks I have bought today. I think I actually bought these stocks yesterday. We can see here I have added SPHD, a really nice ETF that I like. I think is filled with, or at least it holds a portfolio weight of a lot of utilities, and I want to say real estate. I think real estate and utilities, this ETF is filled with. It holds a massive portfolio weight of those two sectors. So yeah, it's one of my favorite ETFs, and I just wanted to add some more ETFs to this account into my portfolio so I can still get those monthly dividends and still generate its own revenue. And this is actually my Roth IRA, so I'm not really allowed to just keep pulling money out of this because I'll get those tax penalties or whatever. So I'm not going to touch this portfolio for a very, very long time. We're probably talking about the next 20 to 30 years. And another stock, actually, excuse me, these are not stocks. These are actually ETFs that I'm adding. But so we saw SPHD. I said that I wanted to add that, but there was another ETF that I wanted to add, and this is actually a big ETF that I looked at that I was eyeing for a while, and I didn't really want to add this ETF to Vanguard Total Bond Market ETF. I didn't want to add this ETF because of what's been happening in the world with the rising interest rates. I just think that bonds are really, really risky, and I just don't think that with the interest rates going up, it doesn't make any sense to buy bonds. But whatever, I went on ahead and bought the Vanguard Total Bond ETF because I wanted to give a little bit more diversification to my portfolio. I talked before about how I like diversification, but most importantly, it follows my investment strategy for this portfolio of generating a monthly dividend income. So SPHD and Vanguard Total Market Bond Fund was added to this portfolio, and everything in this portfolio pays a monthly dividend. It's pretty good strategy. I do like its diversification a lot. I still have Reality Income, which is still paying a good dividend. I took some percentages of DIA, ticker symbol DIA, to buy SPHD and Vanguard B and D. But I like I just like to be diversified. I think in my earlier videos, I think I had a guy. He said, how about throw some bonds into this portfolio? Where's your bonds at, or something like that? And I started thinking about that. I said, why not bonds? And then I thought about the interest rates, and I'm like, yeah, maybe that's kind of a little bit iffy on bonds right now. But I ended up doing it. I ended up putting the Vanguard Total Bond Fund into my portfolio. It's a really good ETF. It's filled with like its name suggests, a bunch of bonds. So a bunch of bond equities, but let me know what you guys think of my new portfolio. This is, again, like my Robinhood portfolio, is going to be a quick video. There's only been 2 changes, but everything in this portfolio pays a dividend, and I just like taking advantage of the M1 Finance, what they offer as far as like dividend reinvesting and all that. But another thing I want to talk about is, just quickly here, is that I might create another portfolio, but this is not going to be like a Roth IRA. It's going to be like my cash account, and I'm thinking about so basically right now I have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. And again, if plan A fails, you go to plan B. If plan B fails, you go to plan C. If plan C fails, you go to plan D. So that's how I, look at my life in terms of strategy and balance and, maintaining that diversification and my options. So, obviously when we look at my plan A is my Robinhood portfolio. It's the largest amount. It holds the largest amount of stocks and, in terms of equity, and I think it's almost $15,000. And then you go to Plan B. So Plan B is actually this Roth IRA. I'm not supposed to touch it for the next 30 years. And guys, who knows what this would look like? What do you think? What do you guys think? What would this portfolio look like the next 30 years if I don't do anything? Now, it generates its own income because it generates every stock and ETF in here pays a monthly dividend. So I don't know. I don't know what this is going to look like. Maybe it might be $1,000. Maybe it might be I don't know, $800. I don't know. No one knows. But Plan C is I still want to take more advantage of the M1 Finance app. I like M1 a lot. They are a great trading app as far as they don't have any fees, and you can buy fractional shares of stocks. So you look at a stock you look at a stock like Google, you look at a stock like Amazon, you look at a stock like Priceline. I don't even think they're called Priceline anymore. I think they're called like Bookling Holdings or something like that. I don't know, but you look at a stock like what's that house stock? I think it's like NRV or something, NVR or something like that. It's like $3,000. It's insane. But what's another expensive stock? That C1, I forgot what it's called, but Seaboard, something like that. It's like $4,000. Absolutely insane. But yeah, you can buy fractional shares if you don't have the money. So it all works out. But I plan on the thing with M1 Finance is you can make another pie, but you just have to open up another account. You have to open up another account and to create that pie. So I'm thinking about doing that, and I'm thinking about making a cash account and putting just a bunch of ETFs in that account because I want to put a bunch of ETFs that stuff that mirrors the S&P 500. I already have some ETFs in this portfolio, but I want to add stuff like ticker symbol VOO. I think that's a good one. SCHD. SPHD is the one with the real estate and utilities one, but SCHD I think is the one with like technology or something like that, like Schwab dividend ETF or something like that. I don't know, but I want to put like a whole bunch of ETFs in that one, and then just leave it alone and not touch it because I think ETFs is a great way to minimize the risk of your portfolio if like the market crashes or something like that. So that way you don't have to be in like these individual stocks and taking like a whole bunch of hits and all this other stuff. Now, the trade-off is that you're going to be paying an expense ratio to hold on to these ETFs. So when you're holding on to these ETFs and they're being managed by our portfolio manager, you're going to have to pay an expense ratio for them to manage the portfolio because it's basically paying someone on the side to manage everything for you. But again, there are ETFs that work their way around that. The Vanguard ETFs have really, really low expense ratios, almost non-existent expense ratios, where I really like them a lot. You just need to know where to look. I think the Cornerstone Equity Fund or something like that has an insane PE ratio. I think that PE ratio is like almost 1.30 or something like that. It's really high. And I really hate those little Cornerstone funds that they pay a really good dividend. I think each Cornerstone fund pays like 21-cent dividend and only costs like $14. Like you can buy like 1,000 shares and get almost like $18 back or something like that every month, or close to that. But You know, and it has a really high expense ratio, and you know, I like ETFs that have low expense ratio. So so yeah, guys. I mean, that's gonna cut my video. I try not to make this long. I'm just posting what I'm thinking about and what I'm thinking about doing. But let me know, comment, rate, whatever, and I'll see you next time.